How's everybody doing this morning? All right, that's better. That's better. My name is Maldricus Humphrey. If I can get out of this wave, and I've been speaking for a number of years. Thank you to my cousin, which where he went? There, that's right. Thank you to my cousin, man. This is a great opportunity. Great opportunity. I made the decision to really trust God and to start speaking. Um, this has really been a journey so far. I've done a couple of engagements over the years, but I'm excited to take it full time. I am going to speak from, first off, anybody heard the story of the three Hebrew boys? Yes, raise your hand if you heard that story before. All right, we got some. We got some. So it's Daniel 3. If you have something to write with, or if y'all got your phones? No phones? Okay. All right. Make a mental note. Make a mental note to go back and read the entire chapter, Daniel 3. Daniel 3. I'm going to start at verse 16. And that's my son and my beautiful wife, Kyla and Samson. Yeah, round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. All right. Let's get into it. Daniel 3, verse 16 says, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Everybody say, I believe. I believe. Say, I believe. I believe. Verse 19, then Nebuchadnezzar, full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 17 times more than it was wont to be heated. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. I'm going to skip down. When you all reading later on, don't skip. That's just for time right now. Verse 25. No, verse 24. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished and rose up in haste and spake and said unto his counselors, Did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose. Everybody say loose. Walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the fourth is like the Son of God. This story, if you're not familiar, is just another testament of the unbelievable things that are in the Bible. The stories that are in the Bible, to us, if we were to see them in real time, we probably wouldn't even believe it. Nobody would believe that David would charge Goliath with no armor, slingshot, and some stones. Nobody would believe that. Nobody would believe that the 3 Hebrew boys would get cast into the fire that was 7 times hotter than it would normally was, and would not have any burn marks, no hair singe, didn't even smell like fire, didn't smell like smoke. Nobody would believe that. Nobody would believe that. Everybody say, I believe. Here go the 2 takeaways from that story. The first takeaway is that the Hebrew boys understood what God was and what God stood for. And they understood that they're going to stand for God no matter what opposition they're faced with. Everybody say obstacles. That was the first obstacle. They believed that they were going to stand for God. Okay. Then they had enough faith to say, even if God doesn't, which God can do anything. Even if God doesn't deliver us from this fire, we still not gonna bow. So that means even if I'm finna die right now, I'm still not going to worship your idol gods. That's powerful. Everybody say, I believe. So this is the thing with life and obstacles. And it's funny, Mr. May, I had a conversation with Van. We have a men's group, and we talked a little bit about obstacles this morning. The obstacles that we're going to face in life are really opportunities. That's the mindset that we need to formulate. These things that are happening in our lives, we see as obstacles. We see as things in our way. Well, it's in your way because you are supposed to develop into the person that can overcome this obstacle. There's truly nothing that can stop us. It doesn't matter what it is. The three Hebrew boys were faced with death. That is supposed to be the ultimate thing, something that Jesus overcame, correct? Nothing can stop God. There is a presence of God in all of us, which means we now have the power to overcome any obstacle. Come on, Holy Ghost. Somebody got to hear me in here. All right. So, every obstacle you can see is a fork in the road. There are a lot of forks in life. You're going to come across many of them. Some of y'all might already have come across some. My personal fork in the road was deciding to go to Arkansas, play football in college. I quickly found the wrong crowd, and that quickly ended up landing me in jail with 8 counts of burglary and theft. Quickly. It took 2 years. 2 years for my promising football collegiate career to be over. But by the grace of God, I ended up having the opportunity to come back home, play for UAB, finish my collegiate career. But I say that to tell you that was a fork. I could have chosen not to go down the road I went down. It was a choice. I chose to go the wrong way. I wasn't forced to go the wrong way, right? So back to the Hebrew boys. Everybody say Hebrew boys. The thing that is crucial in life is, what are we focusing on a day-to-day basis? What's top of mind? When y'all came here today, what were you focused on? Right now, what are you focused on? Y'all can just answer internally. Y'all can answer internally. But what are you focused on a day-to-day basis? Are you top of mind saying, all right, today I'm gonna focus on building my relationship with God, which should be an everyday journey that we have the opportunity to take every day. Am I trying to do better in school? Am I trying to be the light in somebody's life? Am I trying to influence the people around me in a positive manner? These are questions, these are things that we have the opportunity to do. Everything is an opportunity. The obstacles, opportunities. To do right is an opportunity. We face with all of these different chances to do right. God gives us mercy every day. He gives us the ability to choose to walk with Him every day. And we're not perfect. We're gonna make mistakes. I've made plenty. But now that I've made those mistakes, I've learned from those mistakes, and now I will not set myself in the position to make more mistakes. I will choose the right side of the fork in the road. So what are we choosing to focus on? I like to break this philosophy, this style of living down to 3 points. Everybody say, I believe. The first one is mindset. Mindset is tossed around a lot of times throughout anything that's happening throughout life. Nobody that has achieved greatness did not think that they couldn't do it. They didn't just stumble upon success. They believed from the jump that I can do this. I believe I can do this. Everybody at y'all watch the Olympics? Y'all think Noah Lyles running out there at the 100-meter like he set on fire? Y'all think he was like, I'm not about to win this 100-meter? Y'all think, did y'all think that? No? I was like, I know he tired. He probably about to get cooked. But hey, Noah allows something serious. But it starts with the mindset. He had a strong enough mindset to say, I'm the fastest man in the world. There is nobody in this heat on the track in the world that can beat me in the 100 meter. That's what he believed. He believed that. When you truly believe something, it will show in your life. When you believe that, the Hebrew boys believed that God was going to deliver them one way or the other. Either they're going to burn up and go to heaven, or they're not going to burn up. Either way, it's God on both sides. It says that the three Hebrew boys were bound with whatever they're bound with, rope, probably rope. They were bound with rope. So you mean to tell me the fire that burnt the rope off of their hands and feet is now gone, but they didn't get burned up. The rope is directly tied to you. Y'all understand that? That means something that's got me bound, burnt up, and I didn't get burned, and it's directly on my skin. Come on, that's the power of God. Y'all gotta hear me. Listen, if you truly believe something, they believe that. They didn't have no worries about that. If you believe in God, God can help you do anything. God can help you do anything. Anybody got goals in here? Raise your hand if you got some goals. Everybody that's got their hand up, if you do it with God, it's gonna happen. I can drop the mic and walk out the door right there. I don't gotta say nothing else. If you do it with God, I'm not up here speaking for Rodriguez Humphrey. I'm up here speaking God. I'm letting God come through me. This word is not my word. I didn't just say, I got a speaking engagement. I'm going to just speak on the three Hebrew boys. No, there's way more to it than that. Who gave me that idea? God. God said, I want you to speak on this. And then he told me to start writing. So the first thing is mindset. Everybody say, I believe. I believe. The second thing is perspective. If you believe it, then you can see it. Your eyes are secondary to your mind as far as seeing something. You first see everything in your mind, and then you start to move and do the actions to make it happen in reality. So we said we have goals. We said we believe we can achieve those goals with God. That's key. You got to do everything with God. You want to walk with God daily. If you have those two things, then you can start to see it with your natural eyes. Everybody say mindset. I believe. Perspective. I can see. The next one is discipline. The next one is discipline. You believe it, you can see it, and you still have to do the work. You still got to do the work. Things don't just. We were having, again, back to the conversation we were having earlier. We were talking about when you pray for something, you ask God for something. He doesn't just, if I prayed for a brand new Tesla, who said boo? Don't like Tesla. If I pray for a brand new Tesla, the Tesla does not just magically appear in my driveway tomorrow. Right? I gotta put in the work, make the money to then go buy the Tesla. The dreams you have, they're not just gonna happen. You have to be disciplined. You have to do something every single day, even if it's something small. My wife actually told me this story about a son and a dad. And the dad told the son, bring me some water, but he gave him a bag of coal. Coal is black, so the bag was black. And the bag also has holes in it. Okay? So the dad's like, go get me some water. So he went, and every time he'd get the water, by the time he'd make it back to the dad, all the water was out. So the dad was like, go get me some water. And we went back, Got some water. Took it back. Bag empty. So he went back a third time. Went back, got some water. Boom. Came back. Bag was empty. And he said, why do you keep telling me to go get you some water? And Dad said, I wanted you to clean the bag. See, when we read our word daily, sometimes it makes us think that we're not getting anything from it. But that daily discipline of going into the word is cleansing you slowly but surely. It's getting that dirt off the bag. That consistency is getting in your heart. It's getting in your heart. It's getting in your soul. That's adding armor to you. Every time you get in that word, you beating the devil back. Every day. You saying, devil, back up. Not today. I'm in the word. I'm locked in. I'm locked in on the word. And then every now and then, God will give you a revelation. Boom. Every now and then. But you're never going to get that revelation if you don't discipline yourself. Everybody that God used in the Bible, they discipline themselves. They discipline themselves. You know how easy it would have been for the 3 Hebrew boys to just bow down? That would have been so easy. But they wasn't raised like that. They was disciplined in their walk with God. So disciplined to where they trusted God over death. That's probably the strongest thing that somebody could tempt you with. But they didn't back down from that because it was discipline. Mindset, perspective, discipline. You have those 3 things, you're going to be all right. But you got to have them along with God. You can't have those 3 things and expect the results. And even if you do expect the results, without God, that doesn't mean anything. When you're doing it with God, that's really what counts. At the end of the day, God gonna win. Y'all want to be on the winning side. Y'all want to be on the winning side. So, 3 Hebrew boys didn't back down, went to the fire furnace, didn't get burnt up, trusted God, believed in God. The people that threw them into the fire, they burnt up. The people that threw you into the fire burnt up. So that's almost, and this is my personal idea on this. As soon as they opened the door to throw the Hebrew boys in, they burnt up. So basically the Hebrew boys was just like, well, I guess let's just walk in here. That's my personal take. Personal take. I don't have no factual evidence for that. But it does say that the people that threw them in burnt up when they tried to throw them in. See, you can be surrounded by fire and chaos, but be protected if you're with God. If God is with you, because God is with us every single day. No matter what we're doing, God is with us. Now, whether you want to acknowledge God being with you, that's different. Sometimes I'm riding and I'm just like, God's sitting in the passenger seat. God is with us all the time. So as long as we lean in and trusting on God, we are protected. The ark of safety with God on our side. So mindset, I believe, perspective I can see, and discipline I would do. It's a beautiful thing when you walk with God. God will give you so much. This story is so deep. This story is so deep. I really do hope that you guys go back and read it. It's something beautiful, man. It's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. Hope I can see you guys soon. Appreciate the time.
Yeah,
Appreciate you, man. Love you. Thank you.
Y'all, ladies and gentlemen, my president. Mr. Martin, listen, I want to do something. Does anybody believe that you can make it through anything? Raise your hand. If you're going through anything right now, I want you to stand on your feet. If you're dealing with anything.